The spoliation meme, because they keep on asking for spoliation, but it sounds like the judge is not going to do that. She's really mad at the ladies. I think that's the Jane girl. The judge was mad as a motherfucker. Yeah, she doesn't agree that anything was spoliated at all. Like, she doesn't believe anything was spoliated, like, at all. Like, she's like asking them, she's giving them like a day or two to like produce like some reasons for if stuff was spoliated, and they said like, yeah, if you could do that, then like you guys would probably have a trial at some point, and then like you would have to like prove this to a trial. But I'm not seeing any spoliation here. But they keep saying like, dude, the lady said something along the lines that was like, I don't have the best memory, I like, my brain isn't 100% like accurate, but I'm pretty sure we contacted them about the Dan Saltman screenshots. So understanding what's going on is they have 24 hours to submit some stuff, then they're going to take a whole bunch of stuff off seal, and they need to give them docket numbers. What does that mean? Because they said they both can choose to unseal a bunch of stuff. She said she's tired of having a bunch of dockets over and over again, and she says things keep getting submitted. Like, I just got things submitted yesterday, and like, actually, I realized they were talking about my stream, because they were talking about how he on my stream said that he sent a message to Rose or whatever. They're saying that that's what he did, but then he said, I don't have that. Like, I didn't do it. I think, so it sounds like he was trolling when he said it on my stream to just own FMJ in an argument, and then he didn't have the log of it, or something else is happening, which I don't. Did they talk about a court date? They said it wouldn't even be this year if they had to go to, if it went to trial. It would even be if it goes to trial. So pretty much they said is they have by Monday for everything to be figured out, and then if it's spoliation and they need to give it to a trial, like a jury, it's not even going to be this year that happens, because she has a criminal case she has to deal with, and that's going to take like 8 weeks into November, and then it's Christmas. So it sounds like they need to prove spoliation, and then that's why, because it seems like they don't have any other argument for anything else. The lady was getting mad because she was like, we asked for 22 videos, and Steven said like, oh yeah, I have the 22 videos, but then he said he lied because he deleted all of them to them in his deposition. But he was like, no, but the argument was like, no, he has 22 videos, but it's not of any of the people involved in this case, so I'm not fucking sending you videos of nudes of other people not involved. And then their argument was, well, they're actually, no, they're dead ass. Like, dude, Abby like is a fucking like actual asshole. Like Abby, like the thing that the only thing they dead ass have, and it would, I'm stupid as fuck, but it sounded like the only thing that the judge was like positive to was like, okay, well, if you, I mean, like, Abby would be good on like a stand, but Abby's not good in like proving spoliation, because you can't say like messages were where's Swigs? Did anyone say anything about dismissal? Oh, hey, oh no, not hear a single word about that. Not hear a single word about dismissal. It seems like they're gonna look at it. No, I came in late, so. Yeah. Well, apparently she's getting fed and like taken care of by like a butler. Welcome. This is the first response on GSN News on your case.
GSN News?
Yes.
How did you feel it went?
Mood, how do you feel it went, actually? Let's start with you.
I feel like it went well. It sounds like maybe early September it could get ruled on the MSJ.
Well, I thought that they were saying something like you have to do something by Monday, and then if you don't do it by Monday, then, well, if they can prove spoliation, then you have to go to trial. Or something, you have to go to like a jury trial. Am I like fucking retarded?
But it's more whether or not it's just getting the MSJ ruling by early September. Early September for MSJ ruling. Yeah. Maybe next 2 weeks for evidentiary hearing around the spoliation.
Mm-hmm. She also says she doesn't think it's looking like spoliation. She directly said that.
Yeah, no, she said like a bunch of times.
They were super unprepared on everything, and they couldn't make any. They couldn't make legal arguments or other factual arguments. So she's basically giving them the opportunity to.
She's giving them a redo.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what this is we're going to do a redo,
right,
because they weren't prepared for anything today. They were shuffling their notes. They had no fucking idea what they were arguing.
They spent an hour like going through notes. Yeah. And the courtroom was silent.
Yeah, even with the thing with where they were trying to recall what they were saying to Dan or whatever about the.
Oh my God.
She's
Yeah,
like, and she's like, I can't remember.
So
I'm like, I'm like, bruh, like...
Especially because they're, and I know she doesn't care because it's not, I'm not the plaintiff or whatever, like, they're going through technically, they're just giving discovery violations really on their side.
Yeah.
Because, like, we were never made available any of the stuff that they supposedly have.
And they're like, I'm like, they're like not 100% sure, but how could you even like go up to a judge and say like, my brain doesn't work sometimes, so I don't know if I'm correct or right here. And that's like, okay.
That's bullshit because, one, if you're a lawyer, you memorandize your calls usually on a notepad. And
that's
these fuckers are emailing each other back and forth constantly about shit that they talk about on their meeting.
Yeah, and all their stuff on you is about communication that you had with other people.
Yeah.
So it's like you would think that would be like...
Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, it sucks that it's still going on. I thought like you wanted to get it dismissed today.
The next hearing, I think, that'll be the good news.
Yeah, well,
that's gonna be
not another do-over. Like, it was so cringe that there were times where, because they kept going back and forth between the two of them, and then at one point, Judge Becerra was like, "You need to figure out who's going to do the presentation."
Yeah. There's like he kept doing a tag team. Yeah.
She's like, which one of you are like really the counsel?
Yeah, because he didn't know anything, and then she would have to repeat even the dates. April 30th, he couldn't like bring that up. He couldn't figure out which day it was.
It's like, it all seems very deeply unserious on their side. Like, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know the dates on anything. Their exhibits
I noticed.
They have no...
I know she was repeatedly asking for proof, and they were just talking about like almost like it was like a debate panel.
Like it was a Twitch.
It was a Twitch stream.
We were like, did you go to John's house last night? And they're like, I was in my car and I drove to so many places all throughout last week. And she has to say, like, listen to the words I'm saying.
Yeah.
And listen, I need you to answer my question. Yeah, it felt like a high school mock trial.
Yeah.
The teacher is like,
I'm teaching you.
I see why you're a little bit more pissed off now, because to spend like that much of your money and also your time with that, and it's so stupid.
And keep in mind, these are like Hail Mary adversarial readings that they're trying to get at the very end here. Because I think they don't think they're going to survive the MSJ, so they're trying to kick the can down the road.
The fact that they brought up something from a stream from like a month ago, and they're trying to use that now, I'm like, that's why it's like, oh, that's reason to believe that they need they need this specific thing.
In response to that, she was literally like, I don't know why you're telling me this. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you
they haven't filed anything. Yeah, you don't just go to the... It's not like small claims court where you have like a rent dispute and you do it then and there. Like, we have this... And again, I'm also glad she stressed... I hope she knows what the blame is, that the docket is so fucking busy. Yeah. It is such an insanely crowded docket. There's so much random fucking shit filed.
What does it mean if you... They said you have to go through an
unsealed... If you don't find out now, then it like leads other people to like do stupid shit like that.
Yeah. She said it's
ridiculous. You have to like fight it.
Yeah. What does it mean if you are unsealing...
In highly sensitive cases and highly sensitive material, let's say if somebody wants to make available, this is a private person, and there's like a video or an image of like like something crazy like that, they might not want to, when you file something in a court, everything has to be filed as part of the public record, because our court cases are matters of public record. Now for, not exceptional, but like for a somewhat exceptional relief, you can say, you can file this document so that the public can't see it and only I can see it, or you can redact certain parts. The problem is that because Pixie's an unserious fucking internet brain spoiled white girl, in her mind she's like, I don't want my name tied to anything. And then she's telling all the witnesses that whoever like, oh, if you want, you can file and say all these things and your name can be private the entire time. That's not how fucking federal court works. So the judge today was like, I don't know why you're trying to seal fucking everything. It's not just like a secret fucking email argument or like a Reddit mod argument. Like, if we're going to do a public court case, everything has to be part of the public record. But they try to seal every fucking thing they file. And they tell every affidavit filer, every person that comes forward, oh, we'll keep all your stuff private, don't worry. While they're trying to file affidavits in a public court case.
Does that mean when they ask you guys to unseal it, does that mean that it's like can be brought, what's the, like, this just makes it so people publicly can't see this? Like, why does the judge care?
Well, the judge probably cares now because there's so many requests to seal everything. Like, generally speaking, my guess is, in a good faith court case, when you file something under seal, it's not going to be opposed by the other team. There's probably a really good reason to file it under seal. Right? But like, if you're just trying to seal fucking everything, well, of course we're going to oppose everything. Also because what they're doing, another thing they're trying to do is they're trying to use their filing under seals. They're not really trying, they don't give a fuck about that. They're trying to gag me so that if I mention something like accidentally on stream or whatever, then they can try to
So
because they didn't get their gag order, the judge shot that down completely. So you can't gag a civil trial. They try to file every single thing under seal. So if I accidentally say a name or say something, they're like, oh, well now he violated this protection order. You need to sanction them. That's what they're trying to do.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know you mentioned the protective order thing. What are the protective order so you don't? She was saying it so you don't talk about stuff on stream or post it on stream.
Because in a party case, it is assumed by default that the plaintiff can file under a pseudonym. But that's because usually the plaintiffs in these cases are, let's say you're a woman, and let's say you post revenge porn if you're online. We don't want your name tied to a court case about your revenge porn that you don't want, because why would you ever bring forth a case if you're a woman? The issue in this case, though, is that
she's already made
public
it fairly public.
She's just trying to protect her name, which isn't what this is supposed to be for. So it's all just fucking retarded.
Thank you for
in the last second filings of new witnesses, even though everything's closed.
I'm glad they got ringed for that. I knew they would get ringed for that.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
didn't see any
god,
witnesses.
she was really mad. She spent like the first, the first like 15 minutes of this case was her like the last minute filings are crazy, and they have to stop. I don't know how you expect me to read these.
Yeah, no, she's pissed. She was even saying like there's 250 docket entries for a civil case.
Yeah, you were
It's
talking about that.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it seems like it was overwhelming. So it's probably not going to trial. She said it wasn't going to be. If it went to trial, it would be next year.
It would be next year.
Probably January or February. She said
And it sounded like February.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's assuming that they don't file any other magical things.
Have they shown up once?
Who?
Yeah, Pixie or.
She one time to a preliminary injunction. Otherwise,
She might have to show up for the next one.
living. No, she won't. They don't bring.
Then they won't have anything.
They don't give a fuck. They don't have anybody to testify. It's just about kicking the can down the road.
Do you have to
I
show
like
up?
that she hand waved her
you just-
studying for the finals or whatever because it's
Yeah, because
obviously
it's obviously a joke.
Yeah.
I don't have to, but like
But
I give a shit.
yeah,
I wanna
you're like,
convey
it's
that
a
I
good
give a
faith,
shit.
yeah.
And I want to
Okay.
demonstrate that I look like because I'm prepared to testify at any point in time. I'll give testimony for anything they ask.
And the next evidentiary hearing in maybe 2 weeks is going to be, that's the keynote one.
That'd be good. Okay, well, there you go. Well, it sounds like it went well, but it seems like it's kind of annoying for you because you still have to deal with it. So that's.
I mean, like,
unfortunate.
yeah, it goes
It's
well,
like-
but it's
yeah.
like it's not.
Yeah, but that's
no.
how it's always going. It's always going well,
Yeah,
but it's never.
and like
ending.
I'm like winning, but like not really because the other side has nothing at stake,
Yeah,
and it's just dragging it all
Yeah.
out for me.
Yeah, and it's just paying, and you're just sending it more and longer. That's unfortunate.